Get an old CD spindle, preferably one that has fairly parallel sides, like this one. Get some aluminum tape, you can buy this from Lowe's or Home Depot, and then coat the inside with the aluminum tape. Okay, now I've got a good coating with aluminum tape. I didn't want to bring it too near the edge, just in case there's any arc overs, but I've given it some room, probably around 1/2 inch from the edge. Now I'm going to cut these flanges off, these little things right here on the edge. There's like 3 of them. Those need to be cut off, so I'm going to use just like an X-Acto knife to get rid of those. So we'll do that now. Okay, the flanges are now cut off. Next thing you need is 4 cocktail sticks. Next thing is cut up some aluminum trays to make the Corona brushes, which is what I'm doing right now. I'll show you how I do that. We're going to use 4 Corona electrodes. So what I've done is cut them into 4 equal pieces. I'm going to overlap them, cut them to the exact same size. Make sure that they're just about wide enough for this, for the height of this CD container. And then I'm going to round the edges, and I'll show you how I do that. Now they're all the same size rectangle. Now I'm going to round the edges. Edges are rounded. I blunted the upper and lower edges like that by curling them around these cocktail sticks to get rid of stray Corona discharge. What I did now is round all the edges using the same cocktail stick. So this one, which the cocktail stick is going to go through, is also rounded off to prevent Corona from emanating from the edges. Now you can place them on the cocktail sticks as such, and you can adjust their height by simply moving them up or down. I found the center of this piece of styrofoam by just drawing diagonal lines from one stick to the next. And right there is where we're going to put our center stake, which is going to act as the rotor part. I'm using this stick with 2 sharpened ends for the rotor part, so we'll do that right now. This is the finalized construction. I actually had to curve these little plates because they weren't at the right angle. You want to really come in at a sort of an acute angle to the rotor, which is this part here. I made sure this was fairly well balanced and that it spins okay, which it does, with minimal resistance. So that's going there. There may be a little bit of rubbing. We'll check it out once we fire this thing up. So I'm going to test it initially with a wind source generator. First, I need to connect these in such a way that that's positive, negative, alternating polarities across these. Alright, let's test this. The CD case Corona motor is finally constructed, and here it is. Got these bamboo stakes. These are like for barbecues. Got the CD case. Got sticky aluminum tape on the inside. Here's the curved positive and negative terminals around it. They're very close to it, they're not really touching it. And I've connected the negative ones, this one's negative and that one's negative. These ones are connected together and connected to ground, and the other 2 are connected to this Van de Graaff generator. Decided to use that instead of a wind source machine. And I'm going to turn this on and see what happens. Here it goes. The motor's starting to turn. If you turn the lights out, I'm sure you'll be able to see a visible Corona coming off those aluminum plates. They're actually rubbing a little bit. You can hear it rubbing. They sort of get attracted towards the rotor and start rubbing it, but I can easily adjust those, and I'm sure it will go faster. Let me just see how much force this thing is, how much torque this is producing. It's actually quite a bit of torque. I'm rubbing my finger on it pretty hard, and it's resisting it quite a bit, so there is some good torque with this thing. Well, that's it. Simple CD case, Corona motor, made out of an old CD case, aluminum tape, piece of styrofoam, barbecue sticks, and an old plastic lid. I had to add this plastic lid in the middle here because it was wobbling quite a bit without that. And I just kind of hot glued that in place with this bamboo stake. Thanks for watching.